Welcome to another episode of TeeVo and the Beard.
You can't see us, but I am TeeVo, and that is the Beard.
And TeeVo doesn't know this, but we may be able to do a movie review fairly soon. I plan on seeing Ragnarok opening weekend. I know.
Well, we are on the same page, because I of course am seeing Ragnarok.
Yeah.
But what spurred this? Is it a special night for you and Mrs. Beard?
Me and Mrs. Beard are going to make it a date.
No Kid Beard?
No Kid Beard for us, no little Beard.
Kid Beard is not old enough to see Ragnarok, or just...
I'm thinking it's still going to be too loud.
Yeah.
Loud for you. One reason that this is going to be somewhat of a different episode is we all suffered from the beard epidemic. We had the stomach bug going around the Beard house.
Really?
Yep. So I've watched very few shows, and with all this going on, we haven't had time to really do anything.
And and Kid Beard had some illness.
Yep. She started it. Oh. She started the stomach bug, and then I got it. Then Mrs. Beard got it, and then it went back to me for a little bit, and went back to Little Beard.
Well, how is Kid Beard?
Oh, we're all great now.
You're good.
Yeah, and she's doing the best.
Everything's regular?
Everything's regular. Everything's staying down now. Good. I've still got Gatorade here, though.
I have Powerade, but this is actually my drink of choice.
Yeah.
This is not a sick drink.
Yeah, I don't mind Gatorade, but I have been drinking Gatorade, Sprite, and ginger ale because I grew up in America, and these are the things that cure the stomach bug.
Whether it does, we don't know.
We don't know.
But it makes you feel better.
It was the stuff that I was given growing up.
That makes you feel better, then who are we to judge?
Exactly. Not that I have anything against those 3 drinks when I'm not sick.
We're just actually questioning the scientific fact.
Right.
Whether does it cure...
Well, I'm better now.
Yeah.
So obviously it works.
Well, there you
Science.
go. There you go.
So, but yeah, me and Mrs. Beard are going to make a date day of it, either Saturday or Sunday. We haven't fixed yet. But yeah, we'll actually be able to talk about Ragnarok. And it was actually her idea.
Oh.
Yeah. So I know I married the right woman.
Mrs. Beard sounds great.
I know, right? We'll have to have her on the show one day.
We should.
We'll have to get our schedules all worked out. So yeah, our listeners can... look forward to having a proper movie review again. Which
we don't do them often, but when we do,
yes, it's normally Marvel.
Yes,
except for Wonder Woman.
Yes, but however, so like the Beard said, he hasn't been able to watch a lot of things,
right?
But this week, I don't care because I really only want to talk about one show this week. Yeah, and it should show you who's winning so far this season. But before that, you have a fantastic review of Star Trek Discovery.
Well, first I want to Okay, so Orville was a rerun, so it doesn't matter. Yes. They just reran the first episode.
I haven't seen the new one yet, so I'm a little behind on that one.
Well, when we would normally record, it wouldn't have shown yet, so we're good on that. The Gifted?
Yeah, sure.
How was it?
I mean...
Because I heard it's still kind of going slow.
I mean... Okay, here... I'm conflicted about The Gifted.
Okay.
I like the way that sounded.
Conflicted about The Gifted.
Yeah, I'm conflicted about The Gifted because
the previous episode before this one that I missed put me in that kind of boat.
I mean, I still like it. Mm-hmm. And this is going to sound terrible, but this almost has nothing to do with this show. Okay. This is about Polaris.
Oh, no. Yeah, your crush.
So this week...
Have you been crushed by your crush?
Well, this week I have definitive proof.
Again, science.
Yes.
Science, yes.
Definitive proof. We've done this multiple times because the actress has done multiple Instagram lives.
Right.
And, yeah.
It's nothing for you?
The actress... Well, before we started, I was just watching an Instagram live from Emma Dumont.
Right.
The Beard can attest. And I just said, yeah,
She doesn't even sound the same.
I'm sorry, but Polaris is just so much better to me.
Right.
So I'm conflicted because is that judging the show for me? Am I too much in love with Polaris? Because when I see Marco now, it's like, I know where you film.
Right.
I want to just end you.
Right.
Character.
Yes.
Character. But you know what the other thing is I thought this week? That I don't like Marco?
Yeah.
He looks too much like Oscar Isaac.
Okay.
And we already have Oscar Isaac.
Right.
So what are you here for?
Right, yeah.
What are you bringing to the table?
Yeah.
Are you cheap? Oscar Isaac?
Might be.
I think so, but I'd rather just have Oscar Isaac.
Yeah.
It's like hamburger and steak.
Yeah, pay a little bit more, you get a better quality.
And the Oscar Isaac.
Yeah.
I think that's what's bugging me. He looks too much like Oscar Isaac.
Mm-hmm. But with the Polaris thing, that might just be saying something good about her acting.
Yes.
Because, like with me and Mantis, it's not just her unique look, it is that personality, too, that I like. So when you see Palm, on Instagram, on whatever, and she's acting like a normal person, like her normal self.
Because she is.
She is.
She is a normal person.
It's like, that personality, I don't like as much as Mantis.
Yeah.
So,
but, well, you know what? It wasn't that slow. Towards the end, it does pick up a bit.
Okay. So that gives me hope that eventually we are going to get into something.
Well, it should give you hope that maybe the next episode will pick up a lot faster than this one. Yeah. Because once the climax of this episode, when they finally do the prison break-esque scene, and yes, everybody's reunited. Yeah. Happy.
Of course.
So that should signal that, yay, we're progressing. The one thing that did stick out of my mind, aside from any personal thing, there was a plot thing that just made me go, that makes no sense. Okay. So we know that Polaris was in prison and she was wearing power dampeners the whole time. Right. Because why? Because why? She's dangerous. Yeah. So they are about to transport her and Reed. I know one name, and I think Amy Acker's name is Caitlin.
Beautiful Amy actress. That's all I know.
Caitlin. The kids, I'm not even going to try. I'm sorry. Maybe that's another reason about the show.
Strucker children is what they are.
I just don't know. At least with Stephen Moyer's character and Amy Acker's character, I can kind of guess. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure I'll be right. Kids.
And at least you know their real names.
I do.
Do you even know the kids' real names?
Natalie Lind is the blonde, and the boy, I don't know.
Yeah.
So
they need to impress us more.
And what's terrible is I saw them. All of them.
Yeah, physically saw them, in person. Yeah.
And depending on future episodes, I might be there.
Right.
Quote unquote there. Their names? Any? Real? Fictional?
Yeah.
Don't know. But anyway, so Polaris and Reed are being transported to even worse site than the prison. And in this van, bus, whatever, the transport vehicle, they surround Polaris with plastic. Because, she's, she's got the power of Magneto.
Right.
But they don't put the dampeners on her anymore.
Okay.
They just assumed that because she's surrounded by plastic, everything's hunky-dory. But if you recall...
I don't think that's how plastic works.
Well, to their credit, yes, it worked, but she's also being transported with Reed. And if you recall in the first episode, she threatened Reed with those pins in his leg. Yeah. Well,
it works.
Guess who offered the pins in his legs?
Yeah.
And if she had the dampeners on, no go.
Right.
But because suddenly they think binding her with, plastic is fine.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
So that should answer a little bit how the prison break went.
Yeah.
But that was just a weird thing. It's like, so just because she's not in prison means she's just going to be hunky-dory with anything you do.
Right.
That's my only little thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's a valid thing. It's like,
oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And speaking of the Marvel universe there, do you have anything to say with Inhumans?
Gorgon died.
Okay.
I don't know if he's
the
dead.
end.
I don't know. Well, actually, that is how the episode ended.
Okay.
I don't know if he's going to stay dead, but that was interesting.
But at this point, why not just kill everybody off and call it a day?
Except Karnak.
Yeah.
I think Karnak should be on S.H.I.E.L.D., honestly.
Okay.
Because the way the actor does it, even like the material they write for him, is just so much better than everybody else.
I did read that S.H.I.E.L.D. will be doing nothing to help Inhumans.
Well, as I said last week, I thought of ways that the show could have been better with backstory with help from S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
But I think, what really also could have helped Inhumans is that it should have maybe established, if they're trying to do a spin-off, This should have been more established.
Right.
Or if they're trying to really connect it, they really should really punch in it.
Yeah.
Because at least with the Netflix Marvels, they make sure that they are within the same city block.
Yeah.
I mean, and it helps when it comes time to lay those Easter eggs down.
Yeah.
And lay the universe.
Yeah. So when you see Defenders, it makes more sense.
Yeah. Right. With, Inhumans, it's like, so no shield, no nothing, know. And likewise from the other, no, nothing. Yeah.
It's like two shows that are supposed to exist in the same universe don't even know about one another.
Exactly.
But yeah, they know about Thor and Iron Man and all that.
Yeah. So that's another thought I had. Yeah. But yeah, sure, they could kill everybody except Karnak.
Yeah.
But, well, I think he would be an asset.
Yeah. So, do you want me to do my Star Trek review before we go into CW?
Yes.
Okay. Sure. So, I am now going to say that CBS All Access is worth $7.99 a month.
If you were about to say 79.
No, not that much.
I think by the end of it you are almost paying.
Basically, yeah. It's worth the price of admission if you already have that in your budget. It's not worth carving out, like replacing Netflix with it or, eating bologna and mayonnaise sandwiches so that you can have it.
Right.
But if you have $7.99 laying around, I say it's now worth it because I'm loving all the characters. Mm-hmm. Some of the characters you don't know what they're going to do, but in a good way. So like Adam Rapp's character, sometimes he seems like he's kind of supposed to be the happy-go-lucky type character, but he's very serious.
Okay.
He loves his job. He respects his job, all that stuff. But you do get to see the softer side of him because he is in a relationship with the male doctor in this. The captain, good old Drake, good old Mr. Malfoy.
His name's Captain Lorca?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Lorca, he's got a secret. And I cannot figure out what it is.
Is this I believe the first time you reviewed an episode where he first appeared, it looked like he had another motive?
Yeah, but then he kind of switched towards the end of that episode. Okay. So we ended up liking him.
So now
I still like him.
So now he just has a different type of
there's
secret.
Something going on.
What triggers you about that?
Well, he's got marks on his back.
Sure.
That aren't like lacerations like from a knife or anything like that. One's like triangle shaped, like branding or something. That.
Okay.
Or it could be from manufacturing. If he's maybe not human or maybe not completely human.
Is that a problem in
Star
Trek?
No, definitely not a problem. We've had androids and stuff before. He wouldn't be Borg yet because that doesn't come until Next Generation. If they did make him Borg, then I'm out. No, that's
what's wrong with that? I thought people liked the Borg.
Yeah, but that's
storyline thing.
But as far as chronology, when the Federation is supposed to meet the Borg, even when Picard met them in Next Generation was still technically too early. But at least he met them then. So if they show up before that, and all of a sudden you get to Picard and they know nothing about the Borg, you've really messed up the chronology then. But yeah, he
and then you take that $7.99 back.
Right, yeah. It's like, give me my refund. But that would be like the only thing they could do. They could make him part some other alien for all I care, and it could still work. But yeah, he's definitely got some issue going on. And also, I don't want to spoil too much, but he does have a relationship with an admiral, a female admiral. And he puts her in a situation that she doesn't die, at least in this episode, she doesn't die. I don't know if he knew it was going to be a trap that he was sending her into, or if that was an accident. So I like not knowing, though, because there's so many sci-fi things that because I'm familiar with the tropes, I can kind of see where things are going. But when she goes in and it ends up being a trap, I'm like, did he know that sending her in and he's trying to get rid of her because she knows things about him? So I like that kind of dynamic. This definitely gives you a different captain than what we're used to, because we're used to, the captain is the hero sort of thing. Is Lorca a hero? Is he an anti-hero? Is he just a warmonger who enjoys the fact that they're battling with Klingons? And of course, Michael is just doing superb by leaps and bounds. Of course, it still circles mainly around her. They are showing more scenes, and I'm happy about this. They're showing more scenes where she's not there. They're just not spending a lot of time on those scenes. They're doing what's important and then going back to what she's going through, which in this case was helping save her adopted dad, aka Spock's dad.
Right.
And they mention Spock in good detail. We don't see him, but we find out that Spock is younger than Michael.
Okay.
And that the reason that, and I don't care about spoiling this because I just thought it was cool and it doesn't take anything away already knowing this. The reason that Michael wasn't allowed to join the Vulcan exploratory exploration, something, there's some long title to it. The reason she wasn't allowed to, even though she graduated far and above all the other Vulcans in her class, was because Spock's dad wanted Spock to go. And the council made him choose between Michael or Spock, since both of them were quote-unquote almost Vulcan. So,
yeah, Spock is more Vulcan.
Right. But then he goes and joins the Federation, so neither one of them go to the exploratory mission with Vulcan.
Now, is that the thing in Abrams' Star Trek, where he quit the Vulcan thing and then he went to
I'm thinking
close to that kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm thinking they're really making it work, and it's making sense now why, we don't hear about Michael from Spock. It's like, obviously they didn't have like a brother-sister close relationship. It's almost like they didn't specify how young Spock was, so he might not even have much of a memory, if any, of Michael.
So I take it that the Vulcans aren't human in the sense, they have families, but there's not that level of affection.
No, that wouldn't be logical.
There. That's a good answer.
Good, thank you.
But so and being that Spock is, they say, younger, so there are just many ways they don't have a happy family. So he really could just not have any reason to mention.
Yeah, and it makes perfect sense. In that little bit that they did, it makes perfect sense now. But this is the main characters are great. The secondary characters are great. One of the cadets, this redheaded woman, who wants to be a captain one day, she is just perfect. I mean, she's the actress they chose. Everything, just her attitude. I cannot imagine her outside of this. I don't think I've ever seen her in anything else, but now I can't not see her, as a cadet. Even tertiary characters, enjoying them. You don't get much of them, but
but they're there for a reason, and you like it.
And this feels like a Star Trek show, like a real Star
Trek punched
show.
it in for you.
Yeah, it has. It's like I said, it's made it to it's worth getting if you have the money. Yeah.
Well, hopefully there will be other ways to watch it.
Yeah.
If it's as successful as they're making out to be, hopefully it'll try to, branch out.
Well, if I read right, by the time both parts are done, I don't know how long after, probably like 2019. We have part 1 this year and then part 2 next year. So this is like 10 episodes and then the other ones.
I didn't know they were doing.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, they're separating it. Yeah. But from what I read, after both are done, and it probably won't be until like 2019, it's all going to come to Netflix.
That's fine.
So, yeah.
Well, you didn't have to convince me as hard as other shows out there.
Yeah.
Though I will say finally submitted to Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome.
Thank you. I
apologize for the fandom. It's messy.
It is pretty messy. But sidetrack, because I'm going to loop it back to Star Trek.
Okay.
Sidetrack though.
Yeah.
It is funny how within the fandom nobody really talks about the Master.
Right.
And that's my favorite character right now.
Yeah.
I've actually spent money on Vudu. Plug.
Yeah.
Buying as many episodes of the Master as I can.
How far back are you going?
When I say the Master, I'm not talking about Michelle Gomez's character,
right?
Whom I love dear and to my heart.
Hey, she's the one that got you in.
I'm talking John Sims. I'm talking Derek Jacobi. I'm talking Anthony Ainley.
Okay.
I'm talking Jeffrey Beavers, and I do have Roger Delgado within his first few arcs as Master.
Wow.
So I'm not just saying, oh, well, I like Missy.
Right.
But Missy
You're
is
doing a deep dive.
Missy is the Master.
Right.
So clearly I need to know more than just her arc.
Yeah. Yeah. So congratulations.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm always surprised at how little the Master's talked about because each actor does such a great job of portraying that character.
Yes, and I haven't caught on to watching Anthony Ainley's yet because I'm trying to jumping around a little bit.
Yeah.
But I watched 2 story arcs with Delgado's Master, and I love the way he just says, "I'm the Master."
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm sad that he's long dead.
Mm-hmm.
Missy, we don't even have to talk about because she's gotten to that point of Reverse Flash to me.
Right.
Michelle Gomez's Missy is like Matt Lester's Reverse Flash. You are that.
Right.
You're that good.
She owns it.
She owns it.
Yeah.
And the show elevates Flash.
Right. Learned something from Doctor Who.
I love Derek Jacobi's solo episode, the episode Utopia.
Yeah.
That was really nice at the end. Even though I knew the twists.
Yeah.
But I do like the way they did it. John Sim, I watched an episode with him last night, and by God, I can see why he is more of the fan favorite.
Yeah, he is amazing. Because you trust him.
I don't know if I want to say that, but
after you see the entire episode, you don't. But
I don't. Even then, but there's just something. I think he took it in a just
his charisma,
extra maniacal charisma way.
Yeah,
and Delgado so far is just even though he's playing that kind of the mustache twirling,
right?
Stereotypical villain. He does it well.
Yeah.
These tropes don't work. These tropes don't work if they're bad.
Yeah.
And Missy just took it to a whole different level.
But you can definitely understand why that of all bad guy characters has survived so long.
Yeah. So, but that's so. My point is that with Doctor Who, I had to, I kicked and screamed for a while. But Michelle Gomez finally made me, which is funny because I always thought Billy Piper, Karen Gillan would have made me.
Yeah.
But they already did stuff I liked, so I was like, well, I don't need to watch this. Yeah. Michelle Gomez is like, no, I do need to watch more of you, and this is it.
Yeah.
So,
well, congratulations.
So it is funny that Michelle Gomez is the one to make me.
That is, yeah.
Well, because Karen Gillan has a blossoming movie career. It's like, you don't need to watch Doctor Who.
Yeah, you can find her everywhere.
You can now.
Yeah.
But Star Trek is not one of those shows to me. Well, I haven't watched a lot of it. I don't have anything against watching it.
Right.
So Discovery wasn't something, you had to really convince me. But between the look of the show, reviews of the show, and your reviews of the show, I do definitely want to watch it. But again,
I apologize for the Star Trek fandom too.
Yeah, but the thing about the Star Trek fandom I find is that at least you're stereotypical fandom. Yeah. I think the Star Trek fandom started the term fandom.
That's true. Yeah.
So it's almost everybody knows what the Star Trek people are like.
Right.
You get surprised with the Doctor Who people. And
then, because they'll complain about some of the weirder things.
And then Walking Dead people.
Oh, yeah.
Which is weird because they don't want to be a fandom, but you are a fandom.
Right. Yeah, and don't you dare call the walkers zombies.
Yeah. It's just all the fandoms. But Star Trek, I'm not saying I am a Star Trek in the fandom.
Right.
But I know your fandom.
Right. You pretty much know what to expect going in.
Exactly.
Don't accidentally call it Star Wars.
Yeah.
That's the only rule.
So. Yeah. But, on a personal note, I got to meet Michael this weekend.
Very cool.
Sonequa Martin Green. I went to a Walking Dead convention, which is weird because I don't watch The Walking Dead.
Right.
But anybody that's ever listened to our, episodes where I talk about any convention I go to, if you get someone I want to meet,
you'll be there.
I don't care what the convention is.
Right.
I'm going.
Yeah, because you're there for the person.
Yeah. And there are legions of people who go for the event.
Yeah.
And that's good. That's how you generate business. That's just not what I do.
Right.
But I got the chance to meet her. I was there for a couple other people, but she was there, and I thought, she looks nice, and the beard has glowing things to say about her in Discovery.
Yeah.
So let's go meet her, and she was very nice.
Did you get anything signed?
No. If she ever comes out with the Michael Pop, I will want that.
Which signed. I know the merchandise isn't coming out until next year, but I hope a series of pops is part of that.
I mean, if the show keeps rising as it is, I'd be surprised there wasn't.
Right.
But and most other Star Trek properties already have Funko Pops, so I can't imagine that they won't. Yeah. But no, I didn't get anything signed, and I even said before I even met her, even before I kind of even wanted, even when I was on the cusp of wanting to watch Discovery.
Yeah.
Well, if I'm going to get something signed, it's going to be a pop. I mean, that's just that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad that she's a nice person.
Yeah. She seems very nice.
She was very nice. Yeah. So, and I talked about her on Lip Sync Battle.
Yeah. You talk what you know. You're not going to sit there and lie to her about watching Walking Dead and her being great on it.
Yeah. Or Star Trek Discovery.
Right.
Even though I know more about her in Star Trek Discovery than I do.
You could at least remember what I said about her.
Exactly. And she looked nice enough to where, I really was contemplating if I wanted to get her to record something for the show, but there was a lot of people in line, and I know other people would have probably done it because they think, well, I just paid so and so, she's going to do anything I ask her.
Right. Yeah. And also,
I don't think like that.
It's different than the Matt Lesher thing where you had a lot to talk to him about from what you knew personally. Instead of just asking very generalized questions.
Well, if it worked out the way I wanted it to, which it didn't, but that's fine. No holds against her or anything. Yeah. But I just wanted to shout out.
Right. Yeah.
Particularly just to you. Yeah. At this moment. At this moment, just particularly to you. But we didn't
make her my ringtone.
we didn't get there just yet. Yeah. But maybe another time.
Yeah. So do we dive into the CW now?
Well, from what I understand, you did not watch The Flash.
I have not seen The Flash yet. No, I did.
So let's just glaze over it.
Yeah, because so Barry trips on marbles, and
the show has fully given up on Wally West.
Literally.
Because it at least explains why he's not on the poster for the crossover.
It does, yeah.
So there's that.
Yeah, he doesn't just magically disappear.
Nope, he's just gone.
Yeah.
But my thing is that right before he left, he said, hey, if we need help, we'll call you.
Right.
So evil versions of superheroes invading the city.
We don't need help with that.
We don't need help.
At least not from you.
Because, Extra Speedster is inferior to Guy on Arrow who wears a hockey mask and guns.
Right. Yeah. Duh.
Sure. Sure, duh. So, little stuff like that.
Yeah. I did read, though, that we do have Tom Cavanaugh back finally.
We do.
Yeah.
It's Harry.
Yeah.
And Harry's Harry.
Yeah.
And we still like Harry. It's just, I think, when he was in a room with HR, we don't like Harry.
Right.
But when Harry's Harry, he's the only Tom Cavanaugh in the room, we like Harry.
Yeah, because we loved HR. So when you put anybody beside him, it's like, it's not the same.
Yeah. But it is nice to have Tom Cavanaugh back.
Yeah, instead of just talking about him in each episode.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's really all that happened. The reveal per se is that so Barry turned those people into metas
by going into the Speed Force,
by coming out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, by coming out of the Speed Force, that's how they got their powers.
Okay, so was it like a cross country power thing, or are they still all in Central City now?
It was Central City.
Okay,
they were in Central City. You remember when he burst out of the Speed Force and nearly hit that bus?
Yeah,
that residual energy turned that bus of people into...
So it's very localized.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, why those people were on the bus is still,
So that's why Kilgore's from a different place, but still had meta powers? Okay.
I assume he was just in Central City at that moment. But yeah, the question was, how did you get it when you were in Central City at the time of season 1?
Right.
He was there at the time of season 4.
Okay.
But
makes sense,
but it sounds like the Thinker placed those people on the bus.
Okay.
So it wasn't as random as just that. It sounds like the Thinker knew that bus would be there when Barry escapes from the Speed Force. See,
now them doing something that small makes me rescind my complaint from last episode with knowing the number. With now it being placed like that. Because, how many people are you going to fit on a bus?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I rescind my complaint. We're allowed to know the number, which I think is 12.
But we've seen their faces now.
Yeah.
We at least see who it's going to be. So even though that was a cool thing, it does take away... Well, now I know when I see X person.
But do you know all their powers?
You don't.
Okay, so that helps.
Just a little bit that. We can nitpick and praise.
Yeah.
But just little stuff like that.
We haven't got to praise Flash that much this season so far, so I'm trying to find something here.
But I did enjoy the meta of the week.
Okay.
I just like the actress name. Sugar Lynn Beard.
Sugarland Beard. Okay.
Yeah, Sugarland Beard.
I approve already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, well, I saw her on an episode of Garfunkel and Oates.
Okay.
So she was funny, and
Yeah.
I thought she was funny in this.
Mhm.
I mean, did the episode do much to the arc of the show? Sides drop a little, stuff like that. But
Yeah.
it was actually a very solid episode.
Okay.
I went in already saying that Supergirl wins. We'll get to that.
Yeah. And still does.
It does. But the episode was still a good episode. Just,
Okay.
you know.
Well, I think that they maybe learned from last season where they started strong and then kind of went down. So now they're like, we're going to start Flash weak and then build up from there.
But I still am disappointed that they didn't get rid of Wally, because when the finale of last season happened, you know, you and I and other people we talked to thought of so many possibilities they could do for the Wally character. And it would all make sense.
Yeah.
So for them to do just the complete opposite of that,
right?
In essence, almost just not even care about developing the character, because that's what it feels like. They just didn't care.
Yeah, and from what you were saying, from what you were quoting, it's almost like the writers figured that out, and they were like, "Yeah."
Because he even said, because you know Jesse broke up with him via basically a Dear John letter from another universe.
Wow.
And he went, and the whole episode he is gone. And you find at the end, he went there to try to talk it out. Didn't work. Yeah. But he even said, you know, the city was under attack and nobody even noticed I was gone.
Wow. Yeah.
And I was like, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
That sounds like a cheesed off writer back there going, if I can't write anything for Wally, I'm getting rid of him.
Yeah.
You know?
I fully agree.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, like I said, it's just, we thought of so many things, so many cool things they could have done. Yeah. They did 1 second of that when Wally put on the Flash outfit. But that's it. Yeah. But they were so focused on getting Barry back as soon as they can that they just didn't care.
Wow.
That's how I feel.
But yes, but now it makes sense for why he's not in the poster.
He is not in the poster.
We more than likely won't see him during the crossover.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Because, again, the guy who wears the hockey mask, basically the Casey Jones with guns,
right, is
that much more important and that much more powerful to handle Earth X.
And obviously a cheaper actor than the guy that plays Wally.
Well, that's true.
Yeah. It's okay, we gotta pay you $5,000 an episode versus $10,000 an episode.
And then pay the CGI to do the speedster thing.
Right, yeah. So yeah, Hockey Mask is gonna do
because we already have our lovely hero Barry doing the speedster stuff, and then bad guy speedster, whoever plays that part, he's gonna do that. Yeah. Oh, we gotta add a third one.
Yeah.
We
definitely don't have that in our budget.
Hey, guy with the guns, could you? You're in.
Yeah, you're in. Off the bench.
Yeah.
You're in the game.
There you go.
Yeah. So that's enough of Flash.
Yeah.
So now,
but overall, I hope you do watch the episode.
Oh, I definitely will. Yeah.
Because before we recorded, you only said you watched Supergirl and Discovery, and I said I think you should at least watch.
Yeah. And if
you have to, if you want to.
Yeah. And in Humans, I'm not. So
I already told you. I just told you.
Yeah, you told me the whole thing. So, and that was even more than I needed to know. If it wasn't for our lovely listeners, we would have not even mentioned Inhumans.
Well, I'm still watching it.
Right. Yeah. Good for you.
Yeah.
You're giving them that 1 rating.
I am. But I still laugh when I said 2 episodes till the season finale. Series.
Yeah, you're mispronouncing series there. Yeah.
But Supergirl.
Off to Mars. So
Supergirl.
I do want to say one minor complaint.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get it out of the way.
Get it out of the way.
When you have the story of the supers paralleling the story of the regular people all the time, it's kind of getting boring. I'd like to see it diverge a little bit.
How so?
Well, this episode in particular, where it's like Jean and his dad, Maggie and her dad. And it's like this, until the very end, they were like going parallel relationship-wise. Thankfully, at the end, we'll get into how they totally went in separate directions. But I would like to see, if you're going to do 2 different stories going on, have them doing something completely different over here.
Okay,
Not have it a father issue with a father issue or a love interest with a love interest.
I see.
That's getting a little boring, but that's a very minor, I know it sounds like a rant, but it's me finding the one thing that I could find wrong with this episode.
After I watched this episode, I messaged you immediately.
Yeah.
And said, Supergirl wins this week.
Yeah, that was before seeing anything else.
Like, that's it, dude. Supergirl wins.
Yeah.
And I just love, since you're talking about story, I did like that. I do agree with what you're saying, though.
Yeah, because this isn't the first episode it's happened. It happens a lot.
Yeah. I do agree with what you're saying, though, but it just worked really well in this one.
Yeah, that's why I said it sounds like a rant, but it's a nitpick.
You're saying it's more of a rant for certain past episodes and maybe upcoming ones.
Yeah, as a whole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not particularly just this one.
Yeah, this is the one, though, where it seemed the most obvious that they were paralleling. Where other ones, they try to hide it a little bit.
Well, first of all, I like this episode a lot because it had the guest stars I enjoy. Mm-hmm. I don't know his real name, but he plays Tony Almeida on 24. Okay. He played Maggie's father. Okay, Thought that was a nice guest star. Mm-hmm. Helen Slater returned, but we like Helen Slater.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the fact that she's thankful is like, I'm still making money off a Supergirl property.
Right.
Cool.
Barely making any off DVD sales, so gotta make it somewhere.
Hey, but she's like, cool thing.
Yeah.
But what really tugged my heart was hearing Carl Lumley's voice as a Martian.
Yes.
Because for me, the notion of like a Justice League predicates on the old show from Cartoon Network. Mm-hmm. That is like gospel to me.
Right.
When it comes to like superhero team ups. Mm-hmm. And everybody that's on that show is precious to me.
Yes.
So when I met Phil Lamar, and he did the Jon Stewart voice for me.
Okay, yeah, nice.
Yeah, he said the first two lines of the Green Lantern Oath. Mm-hmm. My heart sank.
Right.
Because that is the Green Lantern.
You might as well have been meeting the real Green Lantern.
I might as well have.
Yeah.
And I met Michael Rosenbaum at Dragon Con. And I just said, hey, thanks to you, I like The Flash. Yeah. I didn't want to tell him that sadly you have been usurped.
Right.
But
of all people, the Reverse Flash.
Yeah. But there are advantages to being first, and I was aware of what the Flash was when I was a kid. I didn't grow up with John Wesley Shipp's show.
Right.
And I only knew him by, hey, it's the guy that runs really fast. Mm-hmm. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't until that show I was like, wow, this is a cool character. Yeah. I like this character. I like that he's funny, but he's a hero.
Right.
Which is the things I struggle with sometimes with past seasons of the Flash TV show. Mm. Well, you can listen to past episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, Kevin Conroy is Batman.
Yeah.
That's that. And George Newbern as Superman. But hearing Carl Lumley voice, he voiced Martian Manhunter on that show. And they got him to play Martian Manhunter's father.
Yeah, I like whoever is doing the casting for this show has obviously done their research.
Yeah. But just to hear him as like a CGI Martian.
Yeah.
Just,
yeah.
Oh, man.
It's like Martian Manhunter's talking to Martian Manhunter.
Yeah. It was, like, this is so good, I even recommended this show to non-Supergirl watchers. Just because it was so neatly packed. As long as you watch the previously on Supergirl, you'll be fine.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. This could be
And from those people, I've gotten great things.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't just me saying, hey, this is nostalgia to me, so you obviously got to watch it.
Right.
I really did feel this is actually a very finely done episode.
It was, yeah, and it could work as a standalone episode, even though seeing before and seeing after does help.
Yeah, but man, just on guest stars, episode already won me.
So in case we've totally ignored the plot, which we're good at.
Yeah.
But in case our listeners were curious about that, this one I do want to share because they did a perfect job with separating characters in this one.
Here's the other thing that first tipped me off before anything. Within like the first scene.
Yeah.
So, at the end of the previous episode, he gets a vision from McGon.
Yeah.
So now he's going back to Mars to help with.
So it's no surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To help with whatever, at this point in the episode, whatever is going to happen.
Yeah.
And he's basically saying, I'm going alone. You, Supergirl, stay here.
Right.
And it reminded me of the last episode of The Flash with the whole, hey, stay here. You could just go.
Right.
I mean, even if he doesn't want you there, you can at least just hang out.
And Kara knows this.
Yeah. I like that she's like, no, I'm going with you.
Right.
Because I'm thinking, if she didn't go, I'd be like, Kara, you can go.
Right.
You're stronger than him.
And Kara's like, TeeVo, I know I'm going. Yeah, I've got this.
No, we're up. And basically, the writers, Supergirl was basically saying, we're not the Flash.
Right.
We don't just leave characters behind.
Right. He's super, I'm super, we're both going.
Yeah.
We can both breathe on Mars.
Because I'm thinking, why would you not want Supergirl with you?
Yeah.
And thankfully, that wasn't the case because he totally brought her.
I do think that Alex's line there was a little forced. It was like, if I could survive there, I'd go. Don't, Alex.
No,
just stay and do your own thing.
Yeah. You have your own thing.
Yeah.
But, so, they're on a mission to Mars.
Yep. And they've got to get Lola. Wait, that's not Lola?
No.
But it is funny that it is it's a 1950s or 60s car that can also fly.
I did like his lines. Like, this is it. You know, we're a race of shapeshifters. You don't think our technology can do the same?
Right.
I was like,
good
touche.
Yeah. But it is like somebody watched S.H.I.E.L.D. and was like, I like that idea of using an old car with modern technology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, modern. Modern. Yeah.
Very modern.
Very, very modern.
Yeah. Modern for Mars.
Yeah.
Yeah. That could be old-fashioned for them.
So what's the other storyline?
The other storyline is, so the bridal shower is going on.
Yes.
And for both brides.
Yes.
And we already know about Alex's family.
Yes.
So
we know.
We know why Dad's not there. They couldn't afford him for this episode.
Yes.
But Maggie's dad is going to come.
Yes.
She didn't necessarily want him there, but she's not. I thought she was going to throw a fit when he got there. Because she wasn't planning on being there. This is kind of Alex's doing. And I thought she was going to do the typical tropey thing of saying, I don't want you here. I don't want you at the wedding.
But that wasn't the case.
No.
She's the one that called him.
Yeah. But it was because of Alex, spurring her on to do it.
But it was still surprising that she was the one. And it was a very good scene for all the actors in the scene. Mm-hmm. Being Floriana Lima and Helen Slater when she was telling the story of the falling out, and it took the episode to a very real point. It
did. Yeah. I mean, I'm getting chill bumped here. Thinking about it. No, they went to a I'm not going to spoil the story. I think people need to actually hear it come straight from Maggie there, but they went to, I believe, dialogue-wise, this is the darkest they've ever gone in there, because it's one of those where it's
it's real.
Yeah.
It's a real issue.
Yeah, it's like there's a fictitious character telling you this fictitious story, but at the same time, you're like, that stuff happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, I want to keep believing it's fake.
with John and Kara going to Mars to save, the renegade white Martians from the bad white Martian. That's fiction.
Yeah, that's totally. I mean,
you could say they can derive it from other issues.
I mean, it's obviously a parallel for things,
but it's still fiction.
Yeah.
Whereas Maggie's story hits home to a lot of people.
Yeah. So
already they set the precedent on that story.
So at this point, we're already hating her dad.
Yes.
It's like, no, he shouldn't show up. He doesn't deserve to show up.
Yeah.
Then he shows up. He has what seems like a change of heart, and it's like, oh, we love this guy. Yeah, he's gonna be awesome. Oh no, he's still a jerk.
Yeah.
And I like that they mostly spent time on Mars.
Yes.
They didn't bog us down with Maggie's story. Mm-hmm. They spent just enough time on there so we could see what was going on, mm-hmm. so it made sense when he turned back to being a jerk.
And it was cheaper.
Yeah, and it was cheaper. Because, at first it was like, okay, well, Maggie's dad did grow up in a different time, different culture. I can understand, but now he's grown.
Yeah.
Wait, no, he hasn't. So it did work. Mm-hmm. But we now know where all of CW's special effects money went.
Because that Mars looked great.
I believed I was on Mars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mars looked great.
They shot on location.
They did. And Mars is and even the Martian, the green Martian effect
mm-hmm.
is starting to look really good.
It is. Yeah.
I'm starting to believe that they at least wear the clothes instead of just be completely CGI.
Right, yeah.
I'm starting to believe that.
Yeah.
But
yeah. And I like how when Jean first goes to his dad, he you expect him to believe him automatically because that's what the trope would do.
But they explained it that he's basically been fooled and tricked and tortured for how many years. So you understand why he's like, oh, ha, yeah, you're my son.
Yeah. And then he turns into human form to prove it. It's like, I'm not sure that would have worked. And it didn't.
Well,
first.
we even though we admit that we enjoy the effects.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they can't be Martian form the whole time.
Exactly. Yeah.
that's still money.
But within the show, it kind of confused me. It's like, so turning human form is going to make him believe you, but it didn't, and I'm glad it didn't. But since this is Supergirl, we do still need to end with some rainbows and puppy dogs.
I will say, the scene where Martian Manhunter's father finally believes him when you see an old memory.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
There are many things about this episode that just makes you go. It made me kind of tear up a bit.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah. Like you said, it was a very well done episode. Not even as a Supergirl episode or CW or superhero episode, just as a show.
Yeah. That's why I had no qualms telling you immediately after it was done, Supergirl wins.
Yeah.
Supergirl wins this week.
Yeah, it would have been hard. It would be hard, and don't crucify me for this, but it would have been hard for S.H.I.E.L.D. to have beaten this episode as far as, show goes.
Well, thankfully
it didn't have to.
Yeah.
It was competing against Inhumans.
But I will say, I want to ask you this. How did it affect you as a father?
Oh,
this was
you said you teared up. I cried watching this episode.
Which moments? Just
the Maggie's story, because I cannot imagine doing that to Littlebeard. I don't use the word hate often, but I hated that guy before they even showed him on the screen. It was like, if any father could do that to their daughter or child at all, I don't think they deserve to be alive. And then that's why when he was kind of redeeming himself, I felt good. It was like, okay, he's coming to his senses. He's realizing what it takes to be a dad.
Yeah.
And then, no, not so much. So, yeah, if he never shows up again, I am more than happy.
What about the scene?
He could have got hit by the bus when he left.
Wouldn't that have been something?
Yeah, I was like, he's out. And then with, I was very much on Jean's side. I felt more of the father-son sort of thing from being on the son side there of, trying to rekindle any sort of relationship with a father figure. So yeah, both sides definitely hit me very hard, and I don't think if it was not written as well as it was, it wouldn't have. Yeah. It would have just been like any other story. It would have been like, oh, they're on Mars, they're on Earth, Because, I mean, how is a Mars story? How are you supposed to relate to that as an Earthling?
Well,
I mean,
by goodness,
like this.
By goodness, they did do that. And I love that, as you said, puppy dogs and rainbows. Yeah. There was still humor in it. Yeah. There was a nice Bugs Bunny and Britney Spears reference.
Yes. Yeah, I took a wrong turn at Albuquerque. Yeah. I did.
While blasting Britney Spears.
Yeah, I literally LOL'd when she said that, because I'm like, you're saying this joke to people who will not get it on, on Mars.
But now they know.
Yeah. Now they get that thing. What I do like about some of these shows, Star Trek keeps me confused in a good way. Orville does the same thing, keeps surprising me. This is probably the first time Supergirl has actually surprised me. I expected Maggie's dad to make the 180 and become good dad and stay. And I expected Jean's dad to take up the fight with the renegade Martians and stay. But instead, we get Jean's dad coming to Earth and Maggie's dad getting hit by a bus. Yeah. That's in our heads. That's canon now.
He can go. He could have got hit by a bus when he got home.
Yeah, yeah.
We don't know that.
The bus just threw him off when they were driving.
Yeah. But I don't know how next week's episodes are gonna fare out.
Because now we got this extra character.
We do.
Yeah.
I like him. I like him
too.
By God, he can stay around.
Yeah, and I love that he's already a fish out of water thing, because when Kara flies off, he's like, so can all Earthlings do this?
No.
Nope. She's special. And when he said that, I was tearing up again. I was like, she is special.
Yeah. But I don't know how next week's episode is going to fare. Yeah. And that's okay. I'm still curious to see how the Flash is going to handle it now that they officially given up on Wally. Right. There's no, what are we going to do with him? It's like, all right, well, he's gone, so the episode should be better, right?
Right. We'll see. At least it's one less thing. On one show, we have one less character to worry about. On another one, we have one more character to care about.
Yes, but if he can stay forever.
Yeah,
I mean that is. I mean, it's not. It would have been cool just to have that actor in the show to have him play a Martian.
Right.
I mean,
They stepped up the game.
Just go ahead, please.
Yeah.
Please.
You keep doing you.
And I don't think even him being on the show, I don't think he'll take too much off. I mean they're not
going to be sending him on missions and stuff like that right out of the box here.
Or I don't think at all. I think he
yeah.
might just be there for very key moments. If he just if they write him as the way they write Helen Slater.
Right. Doesn't have to be in every episode.
Does not. Yeah. But when she's there, she makes it, they give her good stuff.
Right.
And as long as they do that, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus,
Yeah. And I will
be cool to see. I actually would like an episode now that he is, quote unquote, on the show.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see some storylines of him and Helen Slater. That would be kind of
that
fun.
would be.
I would really like that.
Yeah. And
it could be Puppy Dogs and Rainbows esque.
That could be.
I don't care.
Yeah, that could be a full Puppy Dog and Rainbow episode.
Or
I don't want to see anything bad happen to either one of them. Yeah. So yeah, they could be going out for coffee. It's fine.
Little do you know, next week's episode.
Yeah, this should entire 45 minutes of them in Central City.
Yeah.
So the only thing I want to close with is, I think CW is making it too obvious that the thing that's going to break Alex and Maggie up is this children thing. Because you brought it up for 2 episodes, just let the breakup happen. We know that she's not going to be on the entire season.
Yes.
CW's already ruined that for us. So just rip the Band-Aid off.
As a person who has been through an engagement and a marriage, what do you think of that?
I think that not necessarily with children. Now that children was a big deal for me and Mrs. the Beard. Mm-hmm. It was either one or none. Mm-hmm. But we discussed that while we were dating before we got engaged and anything, because that was important to both of us.
Right.
And I think with any relationship, you have to discuss the important stuff as early as you comfortably can.
Right.
Because the moment you get that out of the way, how much easier will the relationship be after that if you get the big stuff out of the way?
So if you were in either Maggie or Alex's shoes, this is a long-standing conversation you've already had.
Yeah.
Not before a thing drops on a child and a mysterious stranger manages to.
Right. Yeah.
Like if you were either one, this is not a new thing.
Yeah, it's not like Alex just all of a sudden said, "Oh, that child almost died. I want a child." It's not how it worked. I think that both of them need to cut and run if it's that, because it seems like they are both set in their decision. Mm-hmm. Like nothing is going to sway either one of them. Maggie is fine having Alex and possibly a dog, and that being the family.
Yeah.
Alex wants a child in there also. It would not work as a marriage. Mm-hmm. Somebody is going to, break.
Well, thankfully, we know they are.
We know. And hopefully they do it before the marriage, though, because...
that would be terrible.
That would be. Yeah. So we don't need a divorce.
I don't want her to turn her into her father.
I know. Yeah. So, but yeah. So, I mean, judging from the articles I've read, the real life reason seems to be like a contract sort of thing. Yeah, and money.
Yeah.
That's why they're not killing her.
Yeah.
So I think that the CW has hope that they can fix something in there. But just for us fans, rip the fictional Band-Aid off and let's move on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I think this is a good place to cap it off.
Yep. So we're going to rip this Band-Aid off.
Yes.
And we'll see you guys next week.